JikJi, the oldest book among the existing books. BBC, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, and Time magazine, which are the world's most famous news medias, reported the greatest invention throughout the entire human history is the movable metal type printing. Before the movable metal type printing was invented, publishers carved each pages of a book for each wooden block. As a result, when they attempted to print other books, they had to carve many wooden blocks again and again. This caused the high price of a book, which made only the wealthy and scholars to be allowed to approach the informations books. However, the invention brought the information revolution, leading to the mass production of books, which made the books' cost drop to the affordable cost for more variety range of people. As a result, more people were able to read books, and the public's desire to acquire new knowledge was stimulated. Therefore, many authors were able to spread their new ideas and knowledge among the public. This brought revolutions such as Renaissance, the Protestant Reformation, the Industrial Revolution, and the Democratic Revolution, which were the greatest events in human history. The movable metal type printing also contributed to the civilization. It stimulated popularization of information, which led to the collapse of information monopolizing class, scholars, and the rich. In short, this invention drew a big stroke in the Western world, which is affecting the society until now. People around the world believe that Johannes Gutenberg was the first inventor of this movable metal type printing, publishing Gutenberg's Bible, also known as Bible in 42 lines. The world praised him as a rare genius who applied daily stuff to a fantastic invention which totally changed the history throughout the world. But JikJi was found and drew a lot of interest among historians. After numerous researches, JikJi was confirmed as the oldest book ever printed with metallic printing in the human history. It was discovered to be printed in 1377, which is 78 years prior to the Bible in 42 lines, published during the years 1452 to 1455, which was believed as the oldest in the world until then. The significant contributions of JikJi as the oldest existing metal printed book and its spreading influence on printing technology has been recognized throughout the world since then. JikJi was published in Heungdeok Temple in 1377, which is during Goryeo dynasty, Korea, which means the world's oldest extant movable metal print book. It has the abbreviated title of a Korean Buddhist document, whose full title can be translated The Monk Baekgon's Anthology of the Great Prior's Teachings on Identification of the Buddha's Spirit by the Practice of Seon, which is called in Korean as 백운화상 초록불조 직지 심체요절. Unfortunately, the greater part of JikJi is now lost, and today only the last volume survives. Only 38 sheets of the second volume of the metal print edition are extant. Due to these facts, UNESCO confirmed JikJi as the world's oldest metalloid type in September 2001 and included it in the Memory of the World program. in order to honor its high value. However, JikJi is now under custody of National Library of France. Then why and how has JikJi gone to France? According to UNESCO records, the first French ambassador named Colin de Plancy came to Korea in Seoul in 1887 when it's the reign of King Gojong, and collected Korean ceramics and old books including JikJi and brought to France when he returned to his mother country. This book was then passed to Henry Weber in an auction at Hotel Drouot in 1911 for 180 francs. After his death, JikJi was donated to the National Library of France by his will. Over the next 200 years, JikJi was forgotten by people. However, thanks to one Korean historian, Dr. Byung-sun Park, JikJi was able to come out to the world from the library's chamber. There was a belief among Korean historians that JikJi is in the National Library in France. With her full belief, she started working for the library in 1967 and finally found JikJi after her hard works. Again, Dr. Byung-sun Park studied JikJi and discovered it as the oldest book among the existing books with movable metal type. Thanks to her efforts, JikJi was displayed in 1972 at a special exhibition for book in Paris. There, experts recognized the value of the book. After this discovery, a lot of efforts to bring back JikJi to his home country, Korea, was made by the government and the civilians. Despite of many efforts, JikJi has not been able to come back to his home until now. And the interest among people toward JikJi has been declining drastically. However, for JikJi's return, we should put our efforts together and try continuously. Why? Because it is our valuable heritage from our ancestors about 600 years ago. And it is our duty to preserve our things for our next generations, which is just the thing that our upper generation did for us. And you know what? This is the strength which helps our nation survive through numerous hardships. Love and attentions toward our own cultural heritages.